This is a boat, and this is a box. And the difference between the two is the lesson that we learned from this week's parsha. This week we read about Noach. Noach lived during a generation which the Torah said was despicably wicked, terrible people. What was it that they did was so bad? They were engaged in immoral relationships, illicit relationships, and stealing. These two things symbolize the lack of understanding and appreciating and respecting boundaries. Not realizing that's not for me, I don't need to have that, and I shouldn't have that. They constantly were running and pursuing and chasing after things. The way that Hashem punished them was by sending a flood, water, drowning them in water. Water, when you put water into a container, it doesn't just stay in one place like a solid would. Water is constantly rushing and trying to figure out any place that it can go. It fills everything, any crevice and any crook and any curve, it'll fill out. That was the symbolism of the punishment of the water. What was the antidote? What was the cure? God tells Noach, build a teva. Now very often we see a boat. We refer to Noah's ark as a boat. A boat. The main descriptive feature of a boat is the fact that it is narrow at the bottom. It's wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. This allows it to steer and to navigate, and it also allows the steering mechanisms because it's wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. The point of a boat is to get places, is to go, is to chase. Whether the boat is going from Cardiff to Hamburg or from Dover to Calais or Jaffa to Athens, the point of a boat is to go, is to get places. The box is the exact opposite. The box is wide on the bottom and it gets narrow at the top. Because the point of the box is to keep things. It doesn't need to get anywhere. The point of the box is that what's in it, that is what is important. And the message behind the box is, the teva that Noach was told to build, is what inside is what you have. Don't be a ship. Don't constantly run and navigate and pursue other things. You have to realize that what you have is good enough. That we learn in our tradition, Ezehu Ashir, Hasamech B'chalko. Who is rich is the person who's happy with what we have. And that's the idea of building a teva. Building a teva and going into the teva for several months. You have your doors, you have your walls of the teva, and outside there's drowning. Inside there's salvation. Because you need to focus on what you have inside and not necessarily to get places. We're constantly in life running, pursuing, chasing. Sometimes you need to just be in a box. Be okay with that. And that's something as we get into Shabbat, is a very powerful message of Shabbat. Shabbat is stop running, stop going, and just be. Shabbat Shalom.